Hello and welcome to another Fox 411 as we are interviewing the gals here from the farm to Main Streets. Healthy Harvest of North Iowa and Women Food and Ag Network. Jan and Andrea are here. Hello, ladies. Great to
Good
see you.
morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. And we've got an event coming up here. It's on Friday, April 10th, and it's called the North Iowa Women Building Resilience here. But before we get into that, Jan, I want you to talk first about Healthy Harvest of North Iowa. I don't know which one are you representing versus Andrea on the Women Food
Yeah,
and Ag
I'm
Network.
kind of I'm kind of the connector between the two. So
Okay,
I am a champion of Healthy Harvest of North Iowa, and I serve on the board for Women Food and Ag Network. So I want to let Andrea give a little bit of background about Healthy Harvest.
go for it.
Sure. So I'm Andrea Evelsizer, and I'm the executive director for Healthy Harvest of North Iowa. And we're a small nonprofit that works in North Central Iowa to build a thriving network for locally produced foods. So we're doing a lot, I guess, in terms of North Central Iowa. We are 9 counties. So we cover a pretty wide range of counties up here, all the way from like the Algona, Kossuth County area over to Mitchell, Osage, and then down into Franklin, Floyd, Wright, and all the ones in between. So it's a pretty nice 9-county area, and we are working to support local food farmers and how they are, working in the community and contributing to the economic resilience of the region. And so we do a lot of work with the food farmers, but also educating consumers on where to find local food, how to shop at farmers markets,
Yeah.
Kids in classrooms with farm to school and things like that. So.
It's farmers markets are one of the greatest things ever started. I don't know how long they've been around, but especially for guys like me that are too busy to maybe have a garden or don't have the room to have a garden at your own home or whatever. That's why these the markets are the greatest things ever. Might as well get all your tomatoes there.
Yeah, and it gives people a real good chance to get to know the people who are growing the food. So
Oh yeah, exactly. And you gals have been part of this for how long now? How long's it been going on?
about I think 2011.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really when Healthy Harvest got its start. And if we're also going to talk a little bit about Women Food and Agriculture, and they started earlier. I think it's like back in the 1990s. So,
Okay. Any
yeah.
idea how many people are involved with this network?
Well,
The
Andrea,
farmers for one, but I mean people, like in general. I mean,
Andrea can speak to Healthy
hundreds,
Harvest.
hundreds, thousands.
We have hundreds on like that follow us along on Facebook, and we have over 40 farm and food businesses that are listed in our local food guide.
Okay.
I mean, people are really have an appetite right now for local food, and so people are looking for where they can support the local economy, get to know where their food is growing and how it's growing, and so it's kind of a growing. It's been growing across the country, but North Iowa's been a little slower to catch on, but now we're kind of really getting excited about it, and the farmers markets are doing better than ever. And there's a lot of new things popping up in terms of on-farm stores and things like that, where people have more opportunities to be able to shop like from the farmer, and it's not just the one farmers market day a week. They can often go out to the farms and buy direct on other days of the week as well. So.
Well, I think it's finally getting around. The word is getting around that we got to get away from all this processed stuff and ultra processed. Two words I always hate to even hear about. And because I grew up on a farm, you know what? I was lucky. I got to grow up on a farm. We had a huge garden. We had everything from potatoes to sweet corn to rhubarb and all of that right out there on the farm at our access at any time. And my favorite decade was the 70s growing up. And I'll tell you what, we had it all. We had a lot of us had 2 gardens even. And that's where we got dinner.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, Harry, that's kind of the point, is that Iowa has a legacy of more self-sustaining, more food production that goes through our communities.
Mhm.
Things have changed over the time. And, we all recognize farmers markets as sort of the entry point to local food. But as Andrea is alluding, we have businesses that have really been looking at much more complex and integrated developments. They are doing on-farm stores. They are coordinating with other farmers to carry multiple products in their store, not just
Very
their
good.
own farm
Yeah.
products.
Yeah.
And then Iowa has a whole network of food hubs that I was just talking to a farmer from Charles City yesterday, and she's getting some of her products into the Riceville school. And I asked her if she was going to get her products into the food hub that really crisscrosses Iowa. So this is a really important nonprofit to be investing in and supporting as we look at the importance of diversifying production practices on our land and generating, entrepreneurial activity. And as Andrea said, many, many times we have women really at the center of leadership. And I want this fundraiser we're talking about to really talk about women's leadership from the farm to Main Street because of that integral connection with community vitality and resilience. And we're really fortunate to have a nonprofit like Healthy Harvest. And we'll
Mhm.
talk a little bit about Women, Food, and Ag. So these have been entities that have found good support in federal funds, but there are some shifting policy priorities. And so we need to continue to diversify the funding base, and we need to continue to tell the story about how important these organizations are to the community vitality and resilience.
So you are getting help, but you need more, basically. We need more awareness, more help from the state or the U.S. government itself. Both.
And everything. It'd be great to have increased federal investment. I was just down at the State House yesterday as part of the Iowa Food System Coalition
Mhm.
advocating for investment in some programs that the Secretary of Ag, Michael Naig, has been advocating for, programs that the legislators we talk to support. They're called Choose Iowa. And there's several
Mhm.
different components. Some of it is branding, some of it is a grant for infrastructure on farms, and another component is oh, help me out. Oh, it's purchasing. It's giving some support to purchasing of local foods and getting that food into food banks. Food banks move a lot of food. So what's really important here is we are connecting food system development, which is supporting our local farmers, growing food in our communities, and getting that food to people in our communities that need healthy food. If you are finding yourself with a really tight budget and having to make food choices, sometimes you are leaning more toward the less expensive foods to fill bellies, and those are not always the most nutritious. So if
Mhm.
we want our state to be healthy, we need to invest in it.
Yep.
But we also need individuals to recognize this is a priority for their charitable giving as well.
Okay. Let's talk about the event itself, the fundraiser. It is going to be on Friday, April
Mhm.
10th from 11 to 1. It's going to be at the Event Center, North Iowa Event Center, the fairgrounds. It's going to be in the 4-H Learning Center, I believe.
Mhm.
And tell us about that.
Okay, I'm going to take the lead on this one. We are really excited to bring, as I say, sort of women from the farm to Main Street. We're talking to farmers, we're talking to small business owners, we're talking to community leaders. I was just at my FSA office this morning and I said, "Did you get my flyer? I want to make sure that we're getting the word out around." So I really want folks who may not always, some Main Street businesses might not see that direct connection between what they're doing, be it a floral shop or whatever, with the local food producer that you might meet at the farmers market. But I
Mhm.
believe these things are very much connected. So I have three goals, and that is to strengthen those connections. And we have incorporated in this a hands-on food access project. So I want to use this body of energy to contribute to food access. And I want to raise funds for these nonprofit organizations that are strengthening these connections. So we're going to have welcome and introduction. We're going to
Sure.
get an overview of Healthy Harvest and Women Food and Ag Network. We're going to feature enchiladas. That's going going to be kind of related to the Food Access Project. And then we're going to have some side salads from Roots Nutrition in Mason City. And Jen Pope, who runs that business, is
She's our neighbor down here. She's just
that
right
is
here, next
exactly
door
right.
neighbor.
And I was just talking to her the other day to work on
Mhm.
the salads when I popped in and talked to you and lined this up in the first place. But
Wonderful.
Jen does a great job of working with local producers, and she and Andrea have helped to build those strong connections. So that's exactly why Healthy Harvest is so important, because it really helped Jen connect to those farmers. So the salads are going to be from her. And what's really going to be fun at lunch is I'm inviting 3 women to sort of tell their stories about how they see themselves helping to bridge these connections and contributing to the community resilience. So we're going to have 3 storytellers, a
Okay.
farmer, a small business person, and another community leader.
Mm.
And then, we want people to stay as long as they can. That's kind of going to be the meat of the event. And then we're going to kind of shift gears, let people finish their lunch. And then what we are doing is we are making packages of enchiladas that will be sealed, and then they're going to be distributed through the North Iowa Impact Community Fridge Project in Mason City. And we're working with Mary Byerhelm Huey, who is one of our storytellers, to help with that. So I think it's really a very fun couple of hours. And if folks can stay all the way through the hands-on, super.
Sure.
If they really can only eke out lunch and the storytelling and the networking, that's great. I just think
Well,
there are amazing women dedicating their creativity, their passion, and their dedication, and there's more of them that need to get to know each other around these issues.
it's a learning experience, so it's open to everyone?
It's open. It's
Okay.
wide open. I mean, if
Okay.
you see yourself in this description, I hope you
Mm.
will come. If you care about local food system development in North Central Iowa, I hope you will come. Yeah.
Andrea, I can see you guys doing this quarterly, because I think there's going to be a lot of information to get out, and it just keeps on feeding the brain a little bit too here on what you guys are all about and what this is all about and the whole concept. And I think we need to learn more, and everybody needs to network and build these up. And I realize in the summertime it gets a little busy, but I can see you guys doing this, 3-4 times a year.
Yeah, I
Just to
think
get
there
more
is.
information out.
You're right. There's a lot of education that's needed, and I think that this is a good starting point for that. Well, obviously, this is the first event of this style, so we're gonna kind of see how it goes, and definitely if it goes over well and people are interested, there's definitely opportunities. We've been working really closely with the 4-H Learning Center, and that space is a perfect space for doing something like this. It has the education room where we can do the talking and the eating, but it has a full licensed kitchen as well, so we can do the preparation there. And I think it has the potential, to continue on depending on how this event goes. So
The North Iowa Women Building Resilience, Healthy Harvest, North Iowa Women Food and Ag Network. I wanted to make one quick mention too, and maybe you already talked about it and I missed it, and I apologize. But it even says on your flyer to stay for the Maker Project. Do you want to talk about that real quick?
It's the enchilada, the hands-on packing of the
Oh,
pans of
I see.
enchiladas.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. I see. Okay. Well,
And
that's
and
great.
Harry, can I just be clear about Healthy Harvest in North Iowa is one nonprofit, and Women Ag and Women Ag and Food Network is another
Another
network.
one.
So
Right.
yeah, can I just quickly give an overview? So while Healthy Harvest is sort of boots on the ground, connecting these pieces and partners of the local food system in North Iowa, WFAN, or Women Food and Ag Network, adds another layer. So WFAN started as an Iowa-based organization and has really grown to have a Midwest and even national footprint. And their their primary programs focus on women building change as farm mentors. So they have farm mentor program.
Mhm.
They're also providing support for women landowners who are looking to make choices about practices on their land. And then they're also doing a program they called Plate to Politics, which is really cultivating community and civic leadership at many layers. So really both Healthy Harvest and WFAN support and are enriching enriched by the ingenuity and agility of women's imagination and leadership. So I'm really pleased to support them both.
Feed the politicians. We need to do that so they vote well. They take care of us all there.
Yeah, and I'd love to, and I'm inviting our elected officials. I don't know if their Friday will be available, but we're going to let them know this is happening as part of the education.
Friday, April 10th, to get tickets. Pretty simple, really. It's a QR code that you can find on their Facebook page. We're telling you on the crawler right now to just go to Healthy Harvest of North Iowa, your Facebook page. I know there's a website it takes you to and all that, but just do the QR code. Easy peasy to get tickets. People should be accompanied with they know what it takes to do the QR code these days. It even pops up on our TV screens anymore. So
Right.
But that's the way to get tickets. And it's 11 to 1. It's going to be out at the 4-H Learning Center, North Iowa Fairgrounds, the event center out there. So ladies, thank you so much. And thank you for enlightening us. We've already learned a lot right here, but you can learn a lot more about this whole from the farm to Main Street, of course, at the event itself. And we hope you guys keep in touch. Keep in touch. Let us know what's going on. Okay.
Thank you so much. We want to remind people we are asking to buy tickets by April 7th.
April 7th. Okay, very good. All right, thank you. Have yourself a wonderful day, gals. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
You bet.